All right, let's see. Let's make sure everything's working. Hopefully no echo this time. There's a bad echo yesterday. Oh, hey, what's up, Mike? All right, let's get back to it. How do I, oh, there we go. I just want to make sure that this crop looks decent. All right, let's do it like that. There. I think that looks decent. I'll blow it up a little bit so everything looks reasonable. Straight. There we go. All right, I think that, oh, it's a little off by a little bit there. Or maybe I'll include the gear icon. Yeah, I think I'll include the gear. All right, let's start with knight f3. I like knight f3. Knight f3 d4. Let's go with let's go d4 c4. Let's play the queen's gambit. Play the queen's gambit, and all right, queen's gambit accepted. In this variation, I think I would go. I might try the Catalan setup with g6, g3, bishop g2. I might just go e3 here, or I'll go. Let's go knight c3, try to play e4, try to play quick e4. Ooh, okay, this is looking a little risky. He's moving his light square bishop out early, and that's going to weaken the light square diagonals quite a lot. I might even take with the queen here and gambit this d4 pawn. Do I go for it, or do I recapture with the g pawn? Let's recapture with the g pawn. Open this diagonal. Open the g file. Okay, let's capture it this way. And now we could push this. We could kick this knight out of the center. And where does the knight go? The knight is forced to either go to d7. Well, it shouldn't really go back, or it'll go to h5 here. All right, let's figure out what we want to do. We also have this queen b3 idea, hitting the b7 pawn. Hitting the b7 pawn, hitting f7. He's about to castle also. And my structure is a little suspicious in this position. How should I continue? Push. Maybe I'll push this f pawn down the board. Does he have c5 at some point in time? He might have c5 at some point in time. Maybe I'll jump the knight in after pushing. Do I want queenside castle? I think I have to play with the king in the middle in this game. I have to play king in the middle in this game, which is uncomfortable, but I gotta go for it, I think. Okay, let's push this. Let's push this h pawn down the board. We're playing queen. We're playing king in the middle of this game, which is risky, but I think I could pull it off. Let's see if I could do it. And we'll just go on a huge. Let's go on a big attack. Let's go on a big attack here. And I have to watch out not to get taken here. And to do that, I will push this. I could either put the bishop right here, or I could push the pawn forward. I think I don't want to push the pawn forward yet. I'm not ready to push the pawn forward. Let's go bishop e3 here, defend the pawn. We'll try to get f4 in so I could collect the right. That makes a lot of sense. And I sacrificed the rook also, which is not nothing. Here I will push, close the position. If he wants to take that bishop, I'm okay with that. He wants to sacrifice the dark square bishop here. All right, now I think I want to push. Let's push here. Threaten to push again. Threatening to win the pawn here on the h-file. All right, he takes that way, which gives up the dark square bishop. Now he has to protect both the c5 pawn and also the h5 pawn. Well, he chooses not to protect the h5 pawn, which I think is a mistake, because I think this h5 pawn matters more than you would expect. And now my goal is to castle queenside, put the rook on h1, and try to give checkmate down the h-file. Which way did I capture? I think I capture here with the bishop, 100% capture with the bishop. And both of our kings are weak, but I think my king is a little better than his king. I'm not sure why that's the case, but it feels that way. Let's castle this direction, get that rook into the game, and really try to checkmate him down the h-file here. Definitely kind of a sloppy game, this game, but that's okay. First game of the stream. I just want to make sure everything's running properly. All right. He goes queen. He goes queen there. And I want to drop back here and threaten rook g1, pinning the queen against the king. Yeah, all right, so he doesn't actually stop my threat at all. So I'll go ahead and do this and win his queen. And after I win his queen, that should be game over. I'll just clean everything up. All right. So now I'm up material. What's the quickest way to checkmate him here? I might take this pawn. Not that I care about this pawn, but I care about having access to the dark square diagonal. Also, my queen is kind of in a weird spot. It doesn't really belong here. I think the queen belongs... The queen belongs a little closer, really. It belongs here, ready to give a check. And do we give the check? Wait, he's hanging his knight for free. Also, he's hanging his knight for free. We could give a check. Do I bother giving the check is the question. Yeah, I think I do. I prefer having his king on f8 as a weaker square, and his king on not f8. His king on g8 just gets in the way of his rook. All right, let's win the knight. Now we're up a lot of material. Let's drop back here. And my goal is to get the dark square bishop here onto d4 and give a checkmate on g7 here. That's the plan. Additionally, this also traps the rook, which is nice. All right, quick resignation. Let me tell everybody that the stream is starting. Let me copy this link. I just have to make sure the links are updated here. Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Let me mute this. Let me also mute this. Let me mute everything. Let's close this. All right. 15-13. Who is the mic sitting? Oh, yeah. There. All right. All right, let's get back to it. Let's start a 10-minute game. let's start with knight f3. And the reason why knight f3 is... The reason why I like knight f3 so much is it gives me... Okay, he's trying to go g6, bishop g7. And so what I want here is... Do I want to play... Yeah, I'll play a symmetrical variation. So we'll both maybe fianchetto our bishops. Let's put the knight on c3. Pressure the center, threatening the pawn. How does he defend the pawn? Does he go c6 here with a Slav structure, or does he go e6 here, blocking in the bishop, or does he go knight f3 here? Okay, so he goes c6. Do we go queen b3? Hey Ion, welcome to the stream. We are doing a speed run today, trying to end tonight at 1600. We're just, unleashing a little, doing some damage on the chess.com ladder. I have to figure out how to continue in this position. What kind of structure do I want to play? Yeah, dude. We went from 14 to 1500. I'm gonna try to play every game as best as I can here and really try to grind people down. All right, let's go G2. Let's go G3, bishop G2. Castles. And we'll figure out how to proceed here. I'm not sure if I want to take. I don't think I want to take here. I want to go... Okay, so he takes. And here I think I expand in the center. Or do I go... No, wait, before I expand in the center, I think I have to play this... I think I have to play this knight e5 move here, doing like a little boomerang. I have to swing around here and collect the pawn. Because if I don't, he might go b5, defending everything. Now if he goes b5, I'll just take twice on c6. I'll take twice on c6, and yeah, he won't be able to play b5. So I have to win back the pawn here. But the good news is, even though I'm spending quite a few moves moving this knight around, I'll have a big center at the end of everything. So I'll be able to put 2 pawns in the center, and I should have a spatial advantage to play with. And yeah, overall, this is a position that I like. Let's go here, hit the queen. He doesn't stop us. There's no taking on b2. There's no knight jumps. And I like this position a lot. It feels like I have many things to play for here. I could even go for a queen trade. Early queen trade is not a bad idea, although I think I might want to swing the knight back here. Or how do I want to proceed? How do I want to proceed? Okay, he doesn't have knight c6. His bishop needs a place to go. He's probably going to go rook d8 at some point. Rook d8 is interesting. What do I do with this knight though? Is the question. Where do I want this knight to end up? Do I want to go to e5? I think e5 is interesting. e5 is interesting. Yeah, let's play actively. Let's keep our knight in the middle, make sure it's doing something actually useful, and then we'll kick the queen out, maybe play rook b1, and go from there. I keep my knight in the middle, and just make sure it's pressuring all of these squares in the enemy's position. And also, this is a decent spot because our opponent doesn't have f6, at least not immediately. And it's not so easy to kick the knight out from that square. All right, so opponent goes Rook d8 as I expected. Let's go. Am I comfortable going e3 here? Is e3 really okay to play? Or I could go back. E3. There's some annoying pressure happening with c5 potentially, but I think he doesn't have enough to fully exploit the pin over here. And by moving the rook, he's also weakening this very important diagonal here. All right, c5 on the board. I thought I said I wasn't worried about this move because I just don't think he has enough to really make the most out of this pin. I think his idea doesn't work. He has to move his queen now, because you can only take one piece at a time also. So he can't take my queen immediately. And after he moves his queen, yep, I expected him to move his queen. Now I have all kinds of potentially nasty threats coming down here. Do I have b4? No, I don't have b4. I do have queen b3 though. Queen b3 is interesting. Queen b3, a very interesting move. Let's go queen b3, yeah. Threatening the pawn on f7, and that's the punishment for moving the rook. When you move the rook away from your king, you take away the defender of this very important f7 square, and sometimes bad things can happen along that diagonal. And I'm also threatening to take twice here, although I'm probably not going to do that because I like my light squared bishop. It's a very important bishop to not just give up for no good reason. Now though, I can take. And now I could also drop my knight back and hit his queen one more time. Although, do I want to do that, or do I want to just take twice? So let's calculate taking twice. We need to calculate taking twice on b7 here, because we might just be winning on the spot. Takes, and how does he defend the rook? So he could move the knight out, right? And if he goes knight c6, in that position, connecting the rooks, I'll take his knight for free. So he can't do that. And if he goes knight d7, I have takes, and he could take back with the knight here. And in that position, I would not have anything. I would have nothing. So I don't think it's taking twice. What about dropping our knight back? Where does he go after we drop our knight back to c4? Probably the queen retreats. The queen looks like it wants to retreat there. Man. Tricky position. Many things could happen and also go wrong in this position. Or I could go queen. All right, let me focus. This is a critical position. We're about to either win this game or lose the advantage here. So it's a very, very critical position. Queen here. Let's go. I really like queen b5 here, because after taking this way, we're going to be threatening the fork here, or not the fork, but trapping the rook on a8 And so he has to waste the turn defending that, and in the turn, okay, so he doesn't go for that either. If he chooses not to go for it. And this might just be a free pawn. Is this a free pawn? It looks an awful lot like a free pawn. Takes. Would I rather take the pawn here? I think... Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's absolutely not a free pawn. Well, I can't take this way, right? I can't take this way because I lose the knight. So let me take the queen, actually. And if he wants to trade queens with me, I can win the endgame up a pawn. That's all right. In this kind of a position, being up a pawn is... I'll have enough to clean the game up afterwards. Let me turn the light on, all right? And let's figure out what he wants to do here. What does he want to do? All right, he goes knight. He goes knight a6. He goes knight a6, and I take the queen. And now I am just up a clean pawn, right? Because how does he... All right. So now that we're up a pawn, where are we up a pawn? We're up a pawn in the middle of the board, and we also have 2 minutes left. So I need to be cognizant of time here. Am I ready to... Am I ready to push everything down the middle of the board? Not yet. Let's go. The structure looks pretty solid. What I want to do, I think, is I want to put the bishop on d2. I want to attack down the c file. I want to hold everything in the middle of the board in place because this structure looks ultra solid. This f2, e3, and d4 pawn. It looks really solid. It doesn't look like it'll be falling apart anytime soon. And I don't see how black is able to... I don't see how black will be able to meaningfully make a difference in the middle of the board here. Let's take... Let's drop back here. And I want him to take into me, I think. If his knight takes my knight, I'll recapture the pawn and I'll just build a... I'll just march my central pawns down the board together. Alright, let's go here and force the trade. I want his knight to trade into my knight here. And I want to build up like a big solid center in the middle of the board. Right, this is excellent. So now we have a bunch of pawns protecting each other in the middle of the board. It's beautiful. If he goes, oh, did I make a mistake here? I might have made a mistake here. I forgot he had the move bishop a6, but do we lose it? I think the lesser evil here is losing our rook. I would rather lose our rook than something bad happen to the center of the board. And do I want this bishop? Which diagonal do I want the bishop on? Oh, let's take this way. And we have 30 seconds on the clock. Okay, so we're threatening a rook fork. We're going to push in. We're going to push in here. All right, I have to also focus. 30 seconds left on the clock. Let's focus. Push. I can play the bishop there. Yeah, let's play. I really want this move. Okay. I want this move. Kick his knight. Okay, that loses here. That loses. Okay, this goes here. Okay, block that. Here, here, here. Okay, I have to pull the rook out. Okay, I have to win this. Okay, 23 seconds left, but he tried to flag me, and so now he's down quite a lot of things. Let's go here, defend that. Okay, go this way. Check. Oh, we need to take that. Take that. Let's go here. 16 seconds left. All right, let's take this way. Let's take that way. Okay, let's go here. All right, now we're winning. 12 seconds left. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right, that was close. But we managed to come back from a low time situation. He really tried to flag me there, but decided to focus and not talk and just clean up his position. He was already down a pawn, and I made a mistake by blundering that bishop a6 move, but it's not so easy, even if it's not so easy even if you're up at exchange, because even though he was able to take my rook with his bishop, taking the rook with your bishop is oftentimes it's not enough to be winning outright. Especially like if you think about it endgame also, if it's a rook versus a bishop, right? If one side has nothing but a rook and the other side has nothing but a bishop, that game is actually a draw. So even if you're the side that has the rook, it's not guaranteed that you win, even with perfect play. And in some positions, you actually do sacrifice the rook anyway. You sacrifice the rook in exchange for a strong bishop, a strong knight. That's known as exchange sacrifice. And that's something that could happen actually often, even if the time situation was a good time situation. But yeah, close game overall. And I think he's just going to let his time run out. I don't think he intended on losing all that material so quickly. All right, while I wait, let me check the chat, check Discord. And I already pre-moved checkmate, so I don't have to worry about this. All right. Nice. 15-22. All right, let's keep climbing. And I think we'll stick with the Carol Khan if he plays E4. And if he plays D4, I'm going to try to play some. Yeah, if he goes there, what I'll do is I'll try to castle queenside maybe and get some kind of quick attack. Or all right, let's not overthink this. Let's go here. We'll play this kind of a structure. Let's go bishop here and castle. All right, so what does our opponent want to play for? I think our opponent wants to play for E4 here. Is usually, I think, the typical plan. But I might try to beat him to the punch, or I might try to land a knight here first, taking advantage of the fact that he's already played D4, so there is no D3 kicking out the knight. And if he tries to go back, there, I think what I might try to do is I might try to go F5 here, and just completely seal the center. Open up the F file, and in this position, what I'll do is I'll try to make some kind of attack happen. First, by transferring the knight over. Remember, when you're attacking, we need to make sure our pieces are doing useful things. We're never worried about C. Okay, that's good for us, because now the entire structure is locked up forever. And I might even throw some icing on the cake here by going bishop here, threatening the pawn. And what I want him to do is I want him to play... Okay, so he doesn't play it. I thought he might have went... I thought there was a chance that he would have went E3 here, which would have blocked in his dark squared bishop, which would have been great for us. That would have been fantastic. Although now we have E5 of our own. And if he takes us, we jump our knight and we free our bishop. So the position here is looking pretty great, actually. Everything here looks comfortable. His light squared bishop is completely shut out. We have the connect 4 here, completely blocking out his light squared bishop. And now, do I want to take is the question. No, I absolutely do not want to take here. I should never take, because as soon as I take, he's going to take with his pawn, opening up a square for his knight, opening up his bishop. I should never want to take there. All right, so now that we've established that we don't want to take, how do we continue in this position? Well, I am going to bring my queen over and get ready for an attack. We're going to maybe go on a big kingside attack here. Some combination of queen h5, bishop h3, some combination of pushing the... Wow. Now I'm thinking about capturing. Maybe do I want to go for it now? Absolutely not, right? I'm still not interested in capturing. Let's go. Do I push the h pawn first? Do I push the h pawn first, or do I rotate the rook? I can push there. Let's push the h-pawn. Let's push the h-pawn down the board and figure out what our opponent wants. What I'll do to end this attack and put the finishing... Okay, so he goes there. And I might go queen... I might go queen e, or I'll go queen here. Bring the queen a little bit closer and just get everybody ready for the incoming attack on the... Ooh, okay, this is looking... Everything here is looking juicy. Everything here looks good. Am I ready to open the king up? I'm already thinking about sacrificing my bishop. Opening up his king. Already thinking about it. Maybe I should drop my knight back here. I need to involve my knight into the attack somehow. My knight and my bishop right now are the worst pieces in the game. And I need to figure out how to improve these pieces. And where does my rook belong? And where does he want to go? Does he want... Okay. Let's do this. Swing our knight around to h7, maybe? Or maybe I'll even reroute it to e6. Or I'm not sure where my knight is supposed to go in this. Oh, okay. So our opponent finishes himself off. He makes a mistake here because he doesn't see that the pawn is pinned and he can't take this way. So that's good. He loses a pawn, loses a very important pawn. And now we finish him off here. One mistake is all it takes. All right, do we play rook takes? Rook takes check. All right, focus here. Okay. Rook takes pawn and queen takes pawn check. Queen takes pawn check. Where does the king go? The king goes... No, the king has too many squares to run to in that position. I wouldn't go rook takes pawn there. Do I swing my... Do I need my knight? Yeah, I think I do need my... knight in this position. Crucially, I want the light squared bishop to join the attack. And if he takes this way, I'm not worried about that, I don't think. All right. Now I will go... Now I'll go probably this way. Although I think I might have also made a mistake here because... oh, okay, he makes another mistake. All right, so our opponents are really helping us out now. I was going to have to work a little bit to checkmate this guy, but he makes all the mistakes for us, and we get off with a clean checkmate. All right, 1530. Let's go c6, d5. Let's play our favorite Caro-Kann. We're kind of in the mid-range of the chess rating ladder now, so I expect kind of like a tougher resistance. Oh, wow. All right, so he chooses... So I'll go back here. And what our opponent wants is to trap the bishop. And so we're just not going to allow that. We're not going to allow the trapping of the bishop. I'll plant the knight here and induce maybe another pawn move. And I'll retreat back to the safe h7 square. Yeah, so this is a common strategy to try to ruin the pawn structure, but I don't think he has. I don't think he has what it takes to deliver meaningful pressure in this position. I think I'll take. I'll cause bluff. And now, very important, we don't want to take because we have a weak g6 square and we have like we have a few problems in our position that have to be solved. So we'll go knight up. And here I think I want, so our opponent's threatening to move the queen up and give us a check in that part of the board, which will be annoying, but I think we can survive in the resulting position. Okay, let's go. Let's take with the knight. We take with the knight because I don't want the queen here to come with temple. And now I have to figure out what to do with my king because we're about to get checked on that square. And so what I'll do is I'll run away preemptively. I'm going to anticipate the fact that our opponent's going to give a check, and I'm going to run away. And we run away before he gets the chance to check us. All right, and now since he doesn't give this check, I'll move my queen here and cover the square so that he doesn't come in. Okay, so I think our opponent still wants to come into the square. Very annoying. Very annoying spot to have to defend, but we have to do it. I want to put my knight onto a better square than it is. And if he jumps in, what do I do? My bishop's trapped. Man, okay, this position is really not as good as hoping it would be. Not as great as hoping it would be. All right, let's go knight up. At least put our knight onto a decent spot. Let's go. I want to save the rook, so I'll do that. Let's save the rook. So his knight is extremely annoying, and his queen is also doing nasty things on the light squares. I'm not happy with the position of my king, but you know, I've decided to take this game into a very sharp tactical position, and my bet is I'll come out on top of this this knife fight that's happening here. All right, I'm not going to worry about that check. I want to put the knight here, trade the knight. If we trade everything, we should be in decent shape. Okay. Let's drop the knight back. Let's drop the king back so we don't fall prey to any discovered attacks. We don't want to get hit over there. All right. He trades his bishop. So I take back. And now my rook is trapped. Wow. Okay. Jesus, remind me not to play this position again. I thought this position would be a lot better than I had anticipated, but it's actually way worse than I thought it would be. All right, let's go here. Trade the knight. Yeah, this position is totally, I mean, it's totally dead lost, actually. Position is just beyond cooked. I should not have taken that pawn early, and I should not have, like, played that line in the Caro-Kann. So this was a mistake, allowing all this. But we'll fight. We'll try our best. Maybe he makes a mistake. You never know. Anything could happen. All right, let's go. Yeah, this position is absolutely atrocious. All right, let's go here. Let's try to activate our queen. Get some activity going. Maybe we'll push and win the knight somehow. I'm not sure how, but oh, I meant to go. Yeah, I meant to go there. What does he want the queen to do? I'll go here. Threatening the pawn. And also just getting our rook into the game finally. Getting our king to safety. He still has to do some work to actually finish me off here. And maybe he might blunder something on the diagonal, right? That's always possible. He could make a blunder. Yeah, there's not many good moves for me to play here. Having good moves to play is a privilege in chess. You don't always get the luxury of having good moves. It's not to be taken for granted here. All right, let's take. Unfortunately, this lets his queen out. And our bishop still has no moves, which is the tragic part. It has absolutely no moves. And if I want to move the bishop at all, I have to play this pawn and allow him to trade and open up his rook, which I definitely don't want to do. So I have to maybe be a little creative here. How can we get the bit? How can we? All right, let's put the rook here. Let's just buy some time. All right, he loses a pawn, so that's a start. That's a start. He loses the central pawn, and does he allow queen trade here? Am I happy with a queen trade? Well, I have to trade queens here because if I don't, he checks me here, and it would be a total disaster, right? All right, so I don't have many good options here. I could give a check and win that pawn. All right, let's go back and trade the queens. All right, so I mean, we're still losing, and we're losing by a lot, but at least now our bishop has some breathing room. And where is he going to put the knight? That's unclear, right? I mean, that move looks fancy because I can't technically take the knight, but now we're going to go. Now we're going to go. Which way do we go? Do I push his? Let's move the king over, and we'll try to get the king to safety. And do I take this way, or do I take the other way? I take with the C pawn, I believe. I take with the C pawn. I kick the knight out. And I have to watch out for like all kinds of problems. Yeah, this one is unfortunately dead lost. Let's go here. Let's turn on the light. All right, let's pin the knight. Although pinning the knight isn't going to do that much. Let's move out of the pin. All right, 30 seconds left. He might go, yeah. Wow, our opponent is super strong. He's finding all the right moves. Let's go this way. He's probably going to take, oh, he takes that way. Is he? Well, we don't have much, but we have a few pawns. And we're just going to try to defend as best as we can. Let's go here. Let's move up. Again, we really don't have much to play for in this position, but we can defend the position and annoy him as much as possible here. Stop the infiltration of the rook. Okay, let's take this way. Excellent play by our opponent. Really good. All right. We had a terrible position that game. We should not have... Everything started going downhill when wow, this guy played at a 2200 level, apparently. So, we should not have... We should not have allowed this. This was really bad. Because if I take this way, well, that goes back into our game. And the weak light squares here and the advancing pawns and the combination of this bishop trade and the queen trade was just, it was way too much. It was worse than I had expected. So that was a rough game. That was not an easy game. All right, let's keep going. I'm feeling e4 this game. Let's play something fresh. Let's play e4. Let's play knight f3. Maybe play an Evans gambit with b4. Maybe play a fried liver. Although at a 1500 level, I don't know how good the fried liver with knight g5 is. Do I go fried liver? Well, he might not know the refutation, but I'm not going to play the fried liver here. What I'll play instead is I'll play the max range attack. I'll play this early d4 push, which is a... To be fair, this is a pawn gambit, but in exchange for this pawn, we're going to be pushing forward with our pawns and kicking his pieces out of the center, and hopefully... And this is theory, by the way. I have this line memorized, and there's a very theoretical line that we could go down that I've played a few times. If he plays d4 here, if he plays d5 here, we'll go into a very theoretical variation with takes, rook e1 check. There's also knight g5 happening. And at the end of the line, there is basically... Oh, he goes there. He goes there, and what do I want? I want... In this position, I want... c3, if I remember correctly. I want c3, I want queen... c3, I want queen d5, threatening checkmate, hitting the right. And I think this is winning for us because we threaten checkmate here. And also the knight and also the bishop. So this is a triple... This is like a triple fork. And how does he defend... How does he defend checkmate and the knight at the same time? Is the problem, right? How do you defend the knight and the checkmate at the same time? If you go knight g5, trying to protect backwards, then I just take with the... well, no, I don't take with the bishop. I take with the knight. And so this should be a pretty short game. Okay. He chooses to take this way, but he can't. Right. The problem is you can't take the rook afterwards, so now you're just losing 2 pieces. And d5 is never a move here because we take en passant. There is no... I mean, there is... Okay, what do I want here? So we're up material. Let's make sure everything's defended, I guess. Do I take with the pawn here? Do I... Let's... No, we shouldn't be greedy here. Let's finish our development. We're already up 2 pieces. We don't need to be up more material. We're already up a lot of material. I just need to put all my pieces onto good squares now and start trading down into endgame. I also have this bishop back to d3 move, threatening mate in 1. That's always... Okay, he resigns the game. It's a nice quick tactical skirmish there. 15-29. Let's go e4. Let's play some e4 openings. Let's play knight f3. Okay, let's play the Italian once again. That's a bad move. It's a huge waste of... It's a move that's designed to go knight g5, but this is a very expensive way to stop knight g5. Playing a move like this on the edge of the board, not putting your pieces out. I'm going to blast open the center immediately with d4. Takes. After blasting open the center, takes. The position is going to be very pleasant for us. We'll have an uncontested queen in the middle of the board. And if he goes bishop c4 in this position, I'll go c3 and I'll break the center with d4. I'll break the center with d4. Takes. And we're just driving his pieces back, right? This is the benefit of having a big center is we have a lot of options we get to work with. Now, I could play b4 here. And the point of b4 is if he takes, I'll sacrifice my bishop. And if the king takes, right? So now this... Now this is getting interesting. So I'll go here first. Threatening to take the pawn. He doesn't have knight a5 here because we played b4. So usually in this position, black would have knight a5, defending, not defending, forking everything. But here he doesn't have that. He does not have knight a5, very important. So here we might push. I'm thinking about pushing, but pushing after he trumps his knight into the middle, we don't really have, I think, a good follow-up in that position. So what we'll do here is we'll keep the tension, and we'll simply go bishop b2 here, double protecting the pawn. And he never has queen takes pawn here. He never has queen takes pawn because queen takes pawn will go rook. Right, we'll go rook e1 and pin the queen to the king. Now do we push? I think it's almost time to push. Yes, every bone in my body is screaming at me to push this pawn forward because I want to blast open the center. I want to get rook e1. I want to pin the... Hey, what's going on, Ferk and Center? Welcome to the stream. We are doing some damage on the chess.com ladder, doing our speed run all the way up to 1800. We got this game from a Italian position. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for dropping by. We're totally doing a chess speed run. We're trying to get the stream growing. If you like what you see, make sure to follow the stream. I'm trying to build a following here, trying to build an audience. And now he's almost lost. He's so close to being lost here. I have rook e1. The bishop defends. I take. And I think we're winning. I think we are winning. Rook e1. He still doesn't have let's play with you. Yes, send me a challenge. If you send me a challenge, I will I'll play you on stream. Takes. And after pawn takes, we're crushing. He might castle here, which would be funny. Castle, right. I thought he might do that. So now we're just up a piece instead of being up a queen, which is still very nice. You know, it's very nice to be up a piece. And I'll probably... Oh, wait. No, my bishop is hanging. Let's not lose that for no reason. How can you reach a very high score? Watch the stream. Tune in. I'm showing all the tricks. I'm showing all the tricks right now. So I'm attacking the queen, attacking the knight. He might try to hit our bishop, right? So one thing that's important is to make sure all your pieces are doing useful things. That is extremely important. And it's why I'm able to win games, actually. So I want to put my knight onto a square now. There are so many details in this game. Yeah, there are tons and tons of details. Let's go knight here, defend this. We might go queen here. We might go rook c1. We might go d5. I mean, everything's just falling apart in his position. And let's go rook c1, pinning the knight. All right, let's go. Oh man, this is such a pleasant position to play. Let's go knight here. Centralize the knight, swing our other knight around. We might go queen. We might go queen d3 here, teaming up with their bishop, hitting the knight in the corner of the board. Wow. He's trying to take our queen here, but I don't think that works, dude. I don't think this works at all. I have to make sure there's no back rank. Yeah, let's just take that. And he's losing his queen here. So that's also good for us. And now we clean everything up. Could you please tell me what mistakes you made and what you need to work on, please? Okay. Yeah, I could do that. I love to teach, and I can show you some tricks. Do you want to send me a challenge for Ghana Center? I'll give you my impression of how you're playing. And just while we wait for you to send your challenge, I'll wait like a minute or two for you to get on chess.com. If you take more than that, then I'll just start up a new game. But yeah, like this game, for example, was just putting our pieces out, fighting for the center, castling, right, pushing our opponent's pieces back, going here. This is like a little tactic, because if knight takes, what we do in this position is we play bishop takes. And if he plays, for example, if he plays king takes, then we fork him, we hit the knight, and we hit the king. And so let's say he goes king back, we just pick off the knight. Actually, let me make sure that tactic was in fact working. Your username is too long. I'll paste it. I'll paste it in the... No, I'm not a writer. Here, just paste that into the chat, into your friend requests. Let's start the review, right? I want to make sure that tactic was actually working here. Takes here, here. B4. If he takes... Yeah, if he takes, that's good, right? But what does he do? Takes... He would just go... $10 plus 0, 5 plus 0. Whatever you like. I can play 10 plus 0. I can play 3 plus 2. I could play whatever you like for Ghana Center. I have to make sure that we didn't accidentally. He said he would just play here, here, here. That's somehow a mistake. Why is that a mistake? Takes, takes. Takes, takes, and then what does he do from here? Takes, takes, jumping the knight into the middle. Is that really good for him? No, no way. There's no way this is good, right? I would probably just continue this way. And after takes, takes, I'm supposed to not like this position. I think your actual game power is not equal to the points in your account. Sure, yeah, my power isn't equal to the points in my account either. All right, I mean, I don't see your friend request. I don't see your challenge, so. Well, while we wait, we will Oh yeah, I wanted to check if this knight move was correct. Yeah, that knight move was actually correct. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, all that is fine. Oh, you're Furcon. Hi. Cool. I accepted your friend request, Furcon. If you want to. Alright, let's play a 10-minute game. Alright, Furcon, let's play a game. So I'll play e4 and just show me what you play. This line isn't particularly... Oh, you play like this. Okay. That's alright. I'll give you your pawn back. Here. Takes. Do you really want to gambit 2 pawns as black? I'm not sure if you want to gambit like that. What do I want here? Do I want c3? Do I want knight c3? Here. Alright, I will probably... So this game is going to be about me defending the queen side and making sure nothing bad happens on the queen side, right? I think that's what this game is going to be all about. Let's go pawn c3, stopping the movement of the knight. Let's go d4. Okay. Queen. Good move. We'll go pawn here. I mean, sure, but I'm not going to take you for no reason. Right. I'm not just going to take that. Yo, how's it going? You just got to 2,000 yesterday. Wow, okay, congratulations. That's huge. 2,000 elo, that's higher than my maximum elo. And I'll take when I'm ready to take. Yeah, I'm playing actually a viewer right now. So Furcon hopped into the chat and wanted to play a game. He's trying to threaten some kind of fishing hook trap. Oh, 200. 200. I thought you meant 2. How do you get 200 elo? I didn't know that was possible in chess.com. All right, I mean, I'll take that. I don't think you have what it takes to checkmate. Yeah, one check over here. Yeah, I don't think you have it, dude. Because I just go here, right? And we just start trading pieces. And I thought I was okay here. Oh wait, I'm probably not okay, actually. All right. I have to figure out how to not get checkmated. All right, let's go here. Oh, wait. Nice game, dude. I resign. That was well played. Let's look at the review. I wonder where I made the mistake. Wow, I played that game terribly. Takes here. Here. Here, takes. Takes, which is a mistake. Oh yeah, where was I supposed to go here? I'm supposed to go there? Yeah, that's not easy to take. That's not easy to figure out. Okay. The game we play is... Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Cool. Was that like... Yeah, I definitely thought like... Let me take a look one more time. Where exactly did we go wrong here? Takes. Here. I see. So, bishop there is a mistake. Queenside castle. And you just take the pawn there. Wow. And what if I just do nothing here? Is that losing? Yeah. So I should have just done nothing there. Okay. Interesting. Because after takes, if I jump here, for example, then you go, where do you go? Here? Oh, wow, okay. Dude, nice game. That was like that was a really cool attack, actually. I didn't expect it to actually, I didn't expect it to work out. All right, let's get back to climbing the ladder. Good thing that was an unrated game. Otherwise, I would have lost like tons of elo points from that. What do you think your score is? I think your score is like 1800, maybe 1900, something like that. That would be my first guess. Let's go here. Oh, wait, we're echoing. All right, let's push this pawn. And this game actually was very famous. This was the Morphe game. And we're pretty much just going down almost like the exact sequence. So I'll go here, threaten this. I'll go here. And this position's great. We get a lot of quick development, very pleasant to play with. I need to put my bishop somewhere. Where does he want his bishop to go? There? Do I want here? And do I throw in h4 here to find a square for my bishop? That's the question. Or did we mess up here at some point? Did we miss this? Here. Did we miss? Are we missing this? Takes. How does he defend the rook? If I jump the knight in, how does he defend the rook? It feels correct to. It definitely feels correct to jump the knight in. It has to be some kind of sacrifice. All right, let's figure it out. If I play knight d5, after pawn takes, bishop takes, how does he save the rook? Does he go knight d7? His rook is trapped in that position. Well, wait, no, hold on. After knight here takes, he just goes. So that doesn't work. Well, I mean, not that it doesn't work, but no, I don't think it's good enough yet. Let me just bring out my bishop and castle. I'm pretty sure something was working there, but let me just finish development first. I'll check after the game if that knight sacrifice actually worked or not. But, for now I'm not worried because, yeah, he is just... Our development is great, and we're going to get everything done here. And I'll just play this position and be happy with it. What's your actual score for center? All right, now if we go knight jump, now if we jump the knight in after, I think it's time. We jump the knight in, takes here, or let me sack the rook actually. I'm pretty sure it's like sacking the rook. Or is it this knight move? Yeah, I think it's... I think it's this move, honestly. It feels right because this pin lets me do things down the D file. It threatens a fork, so he has to respond to it. And also, I like the idea of like clearing out. He has too many pawns in the way right now, is what I think about this position. He has just way too many pawns in the way. And I want to clear them so that my pieces can come in and actually give an attack. All right, so we get what we want. We get this pin, and we're going to try to destroy him with this pin. Let's sack this way. He has this queen here that's defending the 6th rank, which is a little annoying, but so I don't think we get as much as we hoped for here. I was hoping to checkmate him and finish the game off like pretty quickly, but it might take a few extra moves here. We're definitely winning something back though, is the good news. We're definitely at least going to win. So the funny thing is, takes, he can actually castle out, right? So we're just going to play check instead and just be happy with this position. Do I take the knight? No, I absolutely, who am I kidding? I absolutely did not take the knight here. Let's take this. Okay, isolate the pawn. Let's go. I want to go maybe here. I want to threaten the weak pawn here, but also maybe give a discovered attack. Yeah, let's go here. Get everything onto the 7th rank. He has this check, but I think it's too slow. We're not particularly worried about checks along this diagonal. It's just a free move for him, but it doesn't lead to any lasting damage in our position. Queen trade? Am I happy with a queen trade? Not really. I don't particularly want to trade queens with him. Let's go back. Oh, let's give this check. That'll be a pretty nasty check to give. And our rook's always protected by our king, so we're not worried about something happening there either. All right, let's go this way, control all the squares here, threatening check, and then king f8, and then in that position I have check, king up, and I have another check. Right, so he's asking me if I just want to trade everything off. Or if I want to, I could give... No, what am I saying? Check there. Yeah, let's just trade everything. That's fine. We'll trade everything. I'm like satisfied with this position. We'll win this. It's pawn up, and we're playing against a knight. So let's go here. Make sure this is defended. Okay, let's jump in. Hit the knight. And the name of the game is restricting the movement of our opponent's knight as much as possible. And also activating our king, making our king do something useful by gobbling up all the pawns on the other side of the board. All right, let's go. Let's move our pawn up. Oh, I just realized, what am I doing? I missed the fact that I could take a pawn there. But he has to defend both the pawn and the knight, and I don't think he could do both. So I'll get another opportunity here to take this pawn. Yeah, that's all right. He might give me a check here, but that's not dangerous. Let's go right back. And now we're going to try to push this. Stopping the movement of the knight, stopping the king from getting in. All right, let's push this forward. And now we have, let's get this check. Just march these guys down the board. March everyone down the board. All right, let's go. Let's move our bishop in, get him closer. Probably go here. Probably go here, stop the knight. Probably go here, kick the knight out. He might go back. Yeah, that's all right. We'll just take this way. We're up 2 pawns, so I could push this. I could push b6, make him go back. Although his king is kind of in the way, and I don't really have perhaps a great way to get him out. Okay, let's go back. Let's just cover these knight jumps. Eventually, what will happen is I'll just put his king in zugzwang, and if I go here, what does he do? I don't really want him to. Let's go here, although I'm technically allowing his knight to jump forward. He's probably going to jump forward, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he'll definitely jump forward here if he knows what he's doing. Oh, he doesn't jump forward. Okay, good. All right, that's very helpful by our opponents to not jump forward with the knight. Let's take this. All right, let's push, promote that. Let's go here, check. Wait, I just realized, like, we're at risk of stalemating him. I don't want to accidentally stalemate. That bishop was cutting off the escape of the king, so I have to go there to make sure there's no stalemate. Oh my god, is he trying to... Let's go here. I don't want him to, because I don't want him to push all the way down and stalemate himself. Let's just take that. Let's just take that and give a ladder, mate. Yeah, that's the easiest way. Let's go here. Let's go here. Now let's give checkmate. Nice, 1546. Let's play the carol. Go up here. Let's go. Let's take that. Let's pawn up. We put the bishop on e. We put the bishop on e7, and yeah, we have a game. Or actually, I'll try to get my knight onto f5 first. Yeah, let's go knight f5 here, hit the bishop. Okay. Does he not care if I take the bishop? I guess not. Let's go here, maybe here. And what happens if he puts his queen onto... What happens if he puts his queen onto d2? I mean, nothing right off the bat, but I'm thinking in the future, if I force him to play a3 here, I think that's good for me. How do I continue here? Do I castle on the queen side? Do I keep my king in the center? Do I trade? Do I push all the way down? Do I play rook here and hit the pawn? Do I play queen h4 and hit the pawn? It's very unclear to me what to do. Maybe I'll go here. What's his next move? Is he going to go there? Let's push. Let's push over here. All right. He sends me back. But I'll just drop back. Push. I'm actually not worried about him taking at all. If he takes there, I take him back. I take him back, and he has no good places to move. Yeah, so I take back. And the problem is, oh, wait, yeah, maybe he does have that move, right? All right, so in that case, we'll go. We'll go queen. We'll get our queen in. Let's get in with our queen. Let's get in with our queen. This pawn is in a great spot. It's in a great spot. It's stopping the movement of the knight. It's stopping the movement of the queen. It's getting in everyone's way right now, and that's great for us. So I take him here. If I take, he moves his knight out, right? If I push, then wow, do I take here or do I push? There's merits for both. All right, let's figure it out. Wow, if I push here, and if I push here, if I push the pawn, what's the plan? I think it's to push. I think the play is to push, and if he goes knight back, then we'll take with our bishop. Yeah, we have this useful bishop that was not doing anything before. Okay, now we are attacking. Now we're attacking because now we get to play this pawn move right here, hit the queen. And now we're only down 1 point of material, and we still have an attack. And so things are looking dire for our opponent. There's problems coming down the A file. Here, do I take? How do I get this knight involved in the game? Maybe it just does nothing and sits here staring at the E3 bishop. Alright, I think our opponent's going to resign. I wonder what the engine evaluation of this position is. Am I up? Am I down? I'm pretty sure I was winning there, but I'm not positive. That's blunder. But after takes, it's only plus 1.5. So maybe I do have an attack here. Queen h4 here. And crucially, oh, or was it takes? Was that better? Is it better to take? No, it's not better to take. What was the best? No, that was definitely not the best. All right, push. And that was the critical mistake. All right, so I think that was maybe a little reckless by me. I definitely don't think I should have sacked that knight. From the engine perspective, it was not sound, but we had a nice attacking position out of it. Let's hit the pawn. Let's see if he goes knight c. Knight c3. He doesn't. All right, let's go here, threatening to take and trade queens. And maybe, do we gambit here? No, we definitely do not gambit. We don't gambit because we don't have enough attacking pieces, or we don't have like a big enough lead in development to be gambling like that. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Defend the knight. He might try, yeah. I thought he might try knight b5, but knight b5, I just drop back and I kick his knight out. I'm not upset at this position. Yeah. See, white took 2 turns to move the white took 2 turns here to move the pawn to d4 instead of 1. So I'm going to kick his knight out first. Let's kick him out. And I think I'll try to give a battery down this file. All right, queen c6 first, or bishop takes f3. Queen c6 first, or bishop takes f3. Queen c6, he has knight in the middle, so I think I'll go here instead. And we're not worried about this light square bishop because we have all our pawns on light squares. Let's go here and threaten the maiden 1. And good, our opponent misses maiden 1, so we give a checkmate. All right, easy game. 1561. Let's go knight f3 here. Let's do, what do we want to do against this b6 setup? Yeah, I'm happy to play against e6, b6 here. Oh, wow. I think he's wasting a few too many moves, moving these pawns and not doing enough to control the center. So I'll go here, maybe. Yeah. I'll go here, block the pawn. Oh, is that John? Hey, what's up, John? Let me see if I could reply to you. Hey, dude. All right, so our opponent has played knight f6. Just chilling right now. Love the chess stuff you've seen from me and Abraham is lovely. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. That's huge. All right, so what I'll do in this position is I'll push. And pushing here is a positional victory because he can't take. Taking is too risky. If I push and he takes and I take, well, actually, maybe it's definitely pushing here. Pushing here blocks both of his bishops in one move, which is why it's such a strong move positionally. Now all of a sudden his light squared bishop is staring at pawns, and his dark squared bishop is also staring at pawns. I don't think you're supposed to do that. Do I take here? Take, push. Okay, let's jump the knight in here and threaten to take on e6. So now we have 3 attackers on e6, bishop, pawn, and knight, and there's only 2 defenders. And if he pushes here, I'm happy with that. That's a great position for me. Bishop's blocked. Bishop's locked over there as well. Okay, so he doesn't even bother addressing the addressing the threat. So I'm gonna take here and just win from this position. Here, you can't take, and I threaten the fork here, so I'll be up a pawn. But this is a very important. Oh, interesting. So he has takes, and then my knight is hanging. Do I bail out of this? What do I do here? I think I bail out, or at least I retreat the bishop and just drop back. And this knight will just sit on e6 and annoy our opponent and just be generally a pain to deal with. All right, let's take this way. Let's open up the E file. Let's take, do we give a check? Yeah, I think we give a check. Fork the knight. We take this, hit the rook, hit that pawn. Now this check is pretty dangerous, and it's almost checkmate soon. 1561. Okay, the speedrun is going incredibly well. I don't think I've had a losing streak yet. I've lost a odd game here and there, but nothing except that Carol Khan game from earlier today was. I think that was bad. I shouldn't have. I should not have allowed that position to happen. That was not a pleasant position to be in. But aside from that, it's been going pretty well. Let's take this way. And after bishop takes, we'll take with the knight. And taking with the knight is nice because it's a check, but the queen can't take because if the queen takes, we take the king. Not that we're allowed to take the king in chess or anything like that. All right, do I trade here? Or do I keep the queens on the board and just... No, let's just trade. Let's not overcomplicate. Take that. Probably goes rook takes. Okay, no, he doesn't go there. All right, let's go. Oh wait, no, we have a fork. Let's just win that. Win the rook. All right, resignation. 1569. So we're more than halfway there. More than halfway to tonight's goal of 1600 live on stream. D4, we go knight f6. And we're probably just going to go e6, d5. We might play a Nimzo. Wow, what is he playing? All right, let's play e5 here. En passant, we'll capture with the f pawn. If he doesn't en passant, we'll play bishop c5, and we'll get a better version of the French in that position. En passant, we play f takes. And now we're going to have a nice big central. We're going to have a nice big center. Going to have an open f file. There's never a queen h5 check because our knight's already. Wow. Tempting me to just go in there with the. But let's not. I'm almost tempted to just jump in and. Oh, okay. Now that's a mistake. That's a mistake because now we give. Although, is there anything better? I'm already looking at bishop takes f2 check followed by knight f4 check. You played a London at all? Not really. I don't play the London because the London. Well, I could play the London actually. I could play the London. I could take the London out for a spin. All right, let's finish this guy off. Check here. I like playing one knight f3 because one knight f3, for some reason, people tend to blunder and get into bad positions. Londons are alright. I like the king side attacking ideas in the London. That's a very cool thing to go for. But generally, I find that by not playing a specific opening, I'm able to punish my opponents even more than if I play like a specific opening line, right? Because what it is like if I follow the opening theory, then I can get a decent position. But if I change the opening to like punish my opponent's mistakes actively, I can be winning even more out of the opening than I otherwise would be. So that's what I usually like to do. Wow, look at that. So I have this and I have this check. So let's go here. Here, maybe. Or let's go here, hit the pawn, hit the knight. And if he does nothing, then we will sack our rook on this square and give a check on e3 to fork him. Yeah, alright. So this game's over. We hit him this way, sack the rook, and we give a fork on this square. That's game over. Okay, let me not get too fancy here. I was thinking if I had a checkmate here, but no, he just blocks. So let's pick off the queen. I'm happy enough being a queen up. All right, let's take this. Here. And does he resign here? I would resign if I were him. I mean, 8 points is too much material. But I guess he doesn't. So we'll have to play a few more moves. What does he want? He wants this here. Let's go. How do we want to set up our pawns? How do I want to set up the bishop? Knight. All right, let's just go knight here. Let's go knight here, knight c6. Yeah, that's a blunder. We take the rook. Should I try to go for 1700 on stream tonight? No, 1700 is a bit much. I'll climb 100 points a day and be happy with that and keep the consistency high, especially because I have to do some video editing later. All right, let's take this also. And you have to think less early on. Yeah, so I like to think a lot early on, because on low levels, like our opponents, I'll show you some stuff. I'll show you like how I want some of the earlier games today. Some of the games are won in just like 10 moves because people play bad moves in the opening, and then there's like punishments like you can play. So let's go here. Let's go here, fork the pawns. Let's get a check. Let's go here. This. Let's take that. Let's go here. Let's get this check. Send this king back. Let's go here and here. All right. Now we preemptively put his king in a box. We bounce our bishop back. And now, like, we can just pre-move everything because he has no moves left. No moves left, and then we will promote a queen, and I just give this checkmate. Let's go here. Let's go here. Walk him down. Yeah, that's right, and that's checkmate. All right, let's go back for a second. I want to show you Jade Dawnbringer. I want to show you like a cool game that I played earlier today. It was like the nice. Oh yeah, I think this one was nice. So, so here's like a reason like why I don't play typical openings, because like this move is not a typical move in like a typical opening, right? Like when I see this H pawn come down the board, to me it looks like already like a waste of time, because the only purpose of this move is to deny knight g5, but spending a whole tempo as black, like shoving a pawn at the edge of the board, I know that there is going to be something good to do here in the opening, right? So all I do is castle, and I play this c3 d5 idea and just kick his bishop back. And like, what do you call this opening? It's not like a standard opening line, because h6 is not a standard opening line. It's like a mistake. It's a bad move. It's a total waste of time, right? So what I want to do basically is just strike the center, push him back, and like this move is also not a standard opening line, but the point of this move is like if he takes, I sack here, takes, and check, and I win the knight back, right? And if he doesn't take, then I play queen. Like for example, if he doesn't take, like let's say he just goes like, I don't know, here or something, I go here and I threaten this check. I threaten this check, right? But here there's no knight a5 forking the queen and the bishop. So that's like why I would go there. And this is just putting the bishop onto a good square. And then here after that, he just like totally like falls apart, right? Like you look at this, I mean, it's like, okay, would I rather play the London system, or would I rather have like this kind of a position in, this is on move 12, I think. Yeah, move 12. Whereas like if you just like play to London, right? If you play to London, here, 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 like here, here, like I don't know, what did people do in London like that? Here, 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 here. Castles, you go bishop here. They go knight here. I would go rook here, like here, maybe here. Like this position is like fine, and I actually don't mind it at all, because I've played these kinds of setups like often, and I know the plans here, and the plans are to play, for example, e4. I'm trying to shove the e4 pawn down the board. You know, I might create like a battery here and try to checkmate him on h7. I might even like try for like I might even try for something like I don't know, like queen e1, queen h4. I mean, not in this position, but maybe queen h5 is the idea, right? I mean, you can't do it now, but like let's say here, 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 you jump in, and if they take, and like they go back, then boom, queen h5, right? Queen h5, and then that pawn prevents the knight from coming onto f6. So I don't hate the London. I just think there's like faster and like more punishing ways you could play in the opening to like win games like faster. Especially because we're doing we're doing a speed run here. We're trying to do 100 points a day at least. So I mix things up a little bit just to try to confuse people. Let's play e4. What does he play for e4? What does he play against e4? e5? e5? Oh, just, all right. Game aborted. Let's play black. e4, knight f6. c4. Okay, so we're actually going to get a main line King's, not King's Indian, a nice Nimzo Indian defense. This is a super theoretical line. It's very. How high do you plan on getting? What are you rated on my main? Well, we'll see. I mean, if I can finish this 1800 speed run like relatively quickly, I might try for 2000 or 2100 or like a nice high elo rating like that. What am I rated on my main? My highest was 1850, but I've been trolling on my main recently. I've just been like playing really bad games. So on my main right now, I'm actually lower rated, like 1300 or something. I like to, often I'll just like mess around and like try things. All right, let's play c5. We're supposed to play c5 in the Nimzo. This line, this opening is really like one of the, I think it's like one of the all-time classical, most well-known openings ever, except I don't know what the theory is. Am I supposed to jump my knight in the middle and hit the bishop? Am I really supposed to do that? Am I supposed to go here? Am I supposed to play a6, b5? Yeah. So many things I could go for here. He doesn't want to take, obviously, because takes destroys his pawn structure. But also, do I want to? Yeah, but also, I don't want to take either because that just helps him. But do I want to push? Let's start with pushing. Let's start with pushing this. Controlling e4. Asking him if he wants to take. And if he plays it wrong, what I'll do is I think I'll play a6, pawn takes, bishop takes, and b5 in that position, kicking his bishop out. And I'll follow that up with c4, just making like a nice pawn chain here and locking away his light squared bishop forever. And going from there. Okay, he takes that way. So as promised, we'll play knight a6 here. Oh no, did we mess up? I forgot he had that move. I totally forgot about that move. Okay. We may have made a mistake here because I forgot he could defend with the b pawn. Well, what do I want to do now? Man, I really would like to take more. Let's go. Well, do I have queen h4 maybe? Queen h4 perhaps? No, I don't even have queen h4 threatening checkmate. I have just nothing. Alright, we'll have to try to do our best again to salvage this one. Wow, okay, he has actually bishop d3, threatening to win a pawn here, skewering my knight and the pawn behind it. Okay. Alright, luckily he's not playing this in the most, I think, punishing way. So I'm getting away with a lot here. He's letting me... perhaps back into the game. We'll go here, maybe try to win that pawn back. I mean, either way, this is like not how this position is supposed to turn out. If he pushes down, I'll jump my knight in. Alright. Let's go this way. He might try for the pin. Either way, this is a total, like, terrible position. Position's looking completely cooked. Alright, we'll try that last-ditch attempt to try to... Okay, so he goes there. Well, at least we get the... At least we get an A file to play with now. We get like a nice A file to try to do some damage. Oh, we don't even get the A file. Wow. I forgot he could do that. Not ideal. Oh wait, but I'm double attacking the pawn, so I could play knight here and threaten the bishop, but I want to play... Wow, I really like... One mistake sometimes is like all you need. And it's just, you need a single mistake. Takes, jump the knight. Oh man. Let's take with the... Let's take with the... if I take with the rook, what does he do? Let's take with the rook. Keep pressure. Keep this knight... keep this knight on the strong outpost. Wow, I really am aching for a rook sack right now. I want to play a rook sack, but it's not ready to be played yet. Oh my god, everything here looks juicy. I want to play also this pawn. Also, do I have this move? Also, do I have this move? Here. Okay, let's go here. I really want to put my light square bishop into the game right now. Takes. I take this way. And... Oh, of course, I lose the rook. What am I doing? But I don't just lose the rook, though. I have a fork. Although I don't know, like, well, the fork's obviously not enough. Maybe I push here? Maybe no. Let me just fork him. And the good thing is also he's not castle, so maybe some kind of blunder might happen. on the back rank. I mean, we never know. Anything could happen here. Do I play bishop? Let's play... Let's play knight takes rook. Okay, and now we'll play... Let's play bishop out. Let's swing the rook over to a8. All right, let's not take that and blunder the queen. Let's push in here and try to make him take this way. Takes. I open. Well, everything's open is the good news. So I should have something. Do I take with E? Do I take with E or do I take with C? E takes C, E takes D4 or C takes D4? Or E takes D4, I open the E file. But rook E1 check is not on time. I mean rook E8. Rook E8 check is not on time is the problem. Right, that was what I saw, was that rook E8 check was not on time. So let me give this check first, and then he has to go maybe knight back like that. Damn, okay. Maybe this isn't good enough either. This might not be good enough. Yeah, even though we have a pinned knight over there, it's not quite enough to break him, unfortunately. So we'll have to try to shove these guys down the board and hope for something amazing to happen. Or something terrible to happen to him. We have to try... We have to try this. Okay, let's go here. Does he go rook takes? Rook takes I thought was a mistake though. If I go, wait, hold on. He might almost lose this game. Queen take? Hold on. We might be winning. Queen takes? Queen takes. Pawn takes. Rook back. No, it's not working. All right, let's just take. I thought we had something crazy there. I thought we had like an insane sequence to promote the pawn somehow. Maybe here, maybe takes, maybe check. All right, 19 seconds left. We always have this check. Forgot we had that. Wait, let me check him like once there. Let me give that. No, that's not good enough. That wasn't good enough. All right. Man, that was also a rough game. All right. Here, takes, here. Yeah, I forgot he had that move. Oh, that was a blunder? Oh, right, I could just take, yeah. Check, there, push. There. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we lose that one. That was rough. All right, let's keep going. Let's play knight f3. Oh, this is not good. Takes, he pushes in. Latvian Gambit is, there's like, takes and he pushes in is what he wants. But what about knight takes? Is knight takes any good? Okay, let's calculate here. He wants to push. What if I just play knight takes? What if I play here? Wow, supposedly this is like the main line of this Latvian Gambit. This is such a bad Gambit. All right. Well, we're gonna have to lose like a central pawn, right? So, but is that really such a bad thing? Like, I don't know how bad this is for white, really. Let's go back. Wow, look at that. This is an entire variation. I wasn't expecting this to be a whole variation. I guess it is. All right, so we jump the knight in. Do we put the bishop out here? I mean, I'll just go here and like play solidly. I'll just go here and castle queen side. That's fine. I will jump my knight into the middle. Or I could jump my knight here and induce a weakness, maybe? No, he has, I don't think he has like anything serious right now. Takes. Maybe I'll gambit a pawn back. I think that's what I'll do, in fact. I'll gambit a pawn back. Or I could push here and kick him out. Oh no, what am I doing? I mouse slipped that one. I meant to play something else totally. All right. Let's just castle, get out of here. I hope he castles. Okay. And man, if only I could open the D file, that would be strategically important. Wow, do I have this check? I was hoping to get a lot more from this position. Am I ready to sack the knight? Yeah, I think I have to go for this knight sack. I gotta go for it. Opens everything up, and I'm gonna take this way. Hitting the bishop, hitting the pawn, opening up all my pieces, getting this check. Oh, nice. I love to see that move. That's a great move to see because I give a check here, and now the king has no squares to go. He's forced to lose his queen here and get checkmated. All right, nice game. We run it back. Let's go e4. Let's go knight f3. Let's go bishop c4. Let's castle. Again with this h6 move. This h6 move is not a good move. I don't know why people keep playing that move. Let's break the center immediately with d4. Knight takes. Yeah, I love this position. This is a great position to be in. And now I think we're winning on the spot because where does this knight go? His knight goes back, and I push again, and I think I just win. I think I just win straight up. All right, how do I... I also have this bishop move here. Look at that. So we're winning in so many ways. We have this bishop takes, because after bishop takes, pawn takes, we have this discovered attack on the rook. So let's push the pawn first. Let's push the pawn, make some chaos. We're going to try to exploit this. Wow, he doesn't even react to the threat on that square. Let's take this way. Is he trying to go maybe bishop f6, which would be a good try. That's definitely a decent attempt to get out of this situation that he's found himself in, but I don't think it's enough. I think we drop back. I don't think we take that pawn. I think that pawn's a little dangerous to take. Because if we take it, then there's like knight ideas. Let's go back. Go all the way back here. And I like my position better than his position. Even though he could potentially launch a counterattack against my king very quickly. So I have to watch out for it. I definitely have to watch out for that. Let's go knight here. Is he going to go queen e7 and try to castle? Because he can't. Right. And the reason he can't is because I take this. And so now he can't castle in any direction. And I'm a little worried because he might have some counterplay coming down the open files. Oh, right. He already has. Nice. Okay, he doesn't find that. He does not find the. He does not find the move that would actually help him out here. So I'll go. I'll go here, or I'll go here, threatening this check and that check. Let's go bishop here first. Stop any shenanigans happening. Oh, he castled. Oh my god, I was not expecting him to castle out of that one. Let's take the bishop. And if he moves his rook here, it might almost be checkmate because we'll swing down here and give a check. And no matter how he blocks... Oh, wait, no. He could just tuck his king into the corner, can't he? Okay, so this check I think doesn't work because he always has a blockade on he always has like this, he's always able to tuck his king away into h8, so it doesn't actually work, but we might be able to like trade a bunch of pieces, which would be good enough though. Let's go here, target that square. We might drop back with the queen. Our bishop controls this very important c8 square. All right, do we take the bishop? Yeah, I think we just take the bishop. We're up 2 pawns. That's enough to win. Let's go here. Let's drop back, threaten this. All right. Do I want to give a check on that diagonal? Yeah, I think I do. Let's give it a check here. Let's go here. Get ready to penetrate onto the 7th rank. Okay, let's swing this guy over. Double on the D file. All right. Now I will go here and just stack everything. All right, takes. So he has 3 defenders and I have 3 attackers, and how do we break through? We need this dark squared bishop to be actually doing something good. It's not, our dark squared bishop isn't doing enough here. Both our bishops are actually not doing enough. Maybe we'll go here. That should be the nail in the coffin. Just overload everything. And we'll win. We'll trade both of the rooks here and just be winning. Yep. And we also have this and that. Takes. All right, let's swing around maybe. Maybe try to hit these pawns. Okay. This pawn's pinned. We'll go here. Try to hit him this way. All right, let's go. Here, takes. Go here, stop the escape of the bishop. And oh, I should have really pinned him there. I forgot about the pin. Yeah, all right, but I'm not gonna forget about the pin again. Take that, come down to the 6th rank, take everything over there. Oh, wait. That's fine. We'll take this, check this way. Here, he does not have that. Let's take this way. Scoop the pawns. Let's go this way, cut the king. All right, 1583, just a few more games to go. It's easy. Thanks. Oh, we took the Smith-Morra, huh? We really took the Smith-Morra, didn't we? Let's push. All right, we are winning the game on the spot here with the pin on the queen. Nice, easy game. Here, defend everything. Here, he might go knight g5. He doesn't. We take an extra pawn here, hit the bishop. Go here, threaten to take that. Let's take that. Let's jump in. Clean everything up. We might like just castle here to make sure we don't run into any trouble. Make sure there's no issues here. Let's go. Let's go this way. Happy to trade. Let's go. this way, hit this, threaten the discovered attack. If it goes here, it will give a check. Oh, we might have like a nice smothered mate here. So check here. Wait, double check. The king has to run. And no, we don't have a follow-up check over there. Because he just takes. All right. I thought we might have had something pretty there, but actually we don't. So we'll just proceed according to plan. Takes. Do we want to take this way? No, I don't really want to take that way and get pinned. Let's just all right, let's finish him off with pushing these pawns down the board. I don't really want to open up any more of his files there. Okay, let's jump back. Threatening to push. Just pulled that nasty sack on someone. Which nasty sack did you do? Let's check it out. Oh, nice one. Yeah. The classic. And you got the oh boy. That is really nice, dude. That's pretty. Good job, John. That is a gorgeous piece sacrifice. Okay. What's happening? Okay, let's just jump back. No need to overcomplicate. We're threatening that check always. I'm gonna push forward. Drive that back. I'll go back this way. Let's take that. Yeah, he wins a pawn, but again, that's so little and so not enough. Take this. And now we have a check here. We have a lot to play for here. All right, we have this check. Drop back. Was actually setting up, but he gave me the center. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. If they make like a totally obvious or just like a big concession in the opening, I think you should take it and just like try to punish them for as much as you can get, right? That's awesome. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about punishing like bad opening choices. All right, let me just clean this guy out. How do we finish? Let's go. So take and just take that. drop back, hit everything on this diagonal. Yeah, that's fine. We're not worried. Hit this, hit that. We're gonna drop back, hit the bishop. Okay, hit the bishop. We might go here, hit this, threaten mate. Yeah, okay. Let's go here, take the knight. All right, 1591. We need to play 2 more games to hit. We need to win 2 more games to hit 1600. Close to 1600. E4. What do people play against E4 at this level? I wonder. Close to 1600 now. Clean him up quick there. Yeah. It was I mean, he lost his queen on like move like 4 or something like that. So it's only 10 p.m. so we're definitely on schedule for the speed run. All right, let's get an Italian maybe. Get like classic Italian sausage. Spaghetti carbonara. Let's scampi him on this diagonal. Let's prosciutto him on this Parmigiano. Let's Swiss his cheese. Let's just yeah, again, this garbage h6 move. People love to play this because everyone is afraid of the fried liver attack, but this is like the worst way to prevent the fried liver because you waste. When you're playing black, you're already playing down a move. You can't really afford to waste another move like going like that because again, I just crack your center and that's way too strong. I'm gonna pre-move that. This move, people think this is a good move. It's actually a totally. When I see that move, I see like a free win. This move is a free win because look at this. Now what do you do? What do you do, right? Because I'm about to push the pawn, right? Lost this so many times to the fried liver. Just learn the fried liver theory. The fried liver theory is it's not that complicated. It's like a single move. It's like all you have to remember is knight a5. That's all you have to. Sorry, your knight on c6. All you have to remember is. Oh, sorry, not what am I saying? So the fried liver. The fried liver defense is black. You play bishop out. I forgot what the exact move. It's like I can't. It's hard. I can't visualize the position from here. Fried liver is 2 knights, right? Oh yeah, so it would be knight a5. So the fried liver, the knights are on f6 and c6. So after the pawn capture, what you have to remember is knight a5 hitting the bishop. You don't recapture with the pawn. Is the main thing in the fried liver. All right, so he goes there. And I'm just going to steamroll him down the middle because where does he move his knight? He has to go to the edge of the board, right? And once you go to the edge of the board, I'm gonna push again. And after push, like position's like pretty much dead lost. All right, he can't go here. He can't go here. I mean, is he really going to jump back to the home square? You open c6 as black now. Yeah, c6 Caro-Kann is a good opening. Caro-Kann, c6 d5. c6 d5 is solid. I play c6 d5. c6 d5. It's super solid. You get to play. The best part about c6 d5 also is you get to play many moves in a row without having to think like too hard about. Okay, can I take? No, I can't do that. So instead, what I'll do is I could go here And Caro-Kann, yeah. Caro-Kann is an excellent choice. All right, where'd I go? Where'd I go with my queen? I go with. I don't want to get in the way of my bishop. I'm thinking about queen. I'm thinking about f4 and h4. It's either f4 or h4. All right, it's got to be f4. It's got to be f4 because once you move the knight, now there's checkmate, right? There's checkmate on the spot. And if you don't move the knight, then I'm going to take. He has one shot here, which is playing d4. But if he takes d4, I take, he takes, I take. So I take more pieces than he does, and he's losing. So bang, bang, bang. I mean, you might play g5 here. Queen f4 was your choice too? Yeah, queen f4, right? We gotta go for this scholar's mate. You could keep playing scholar's mate all the way up until, I don't know, 1800. It's just you do it in different ways, like this way, for example. Nice. Wait a second. Takes. I just drop. Wait, takes, queen takes. No, that totally doesn't work at all. What is he doing? Let me just take that. What am I smoking here? That totally does not work at all. And I'll even throw in. No, that capture is like 2 extra. We won't make this a capture. It's not worth the. I'm already going to be up tons of material. I don't want to give him like counterplay for no good reason, right? All right, give a check here. We might give another check on this diagonal. We might take this pawn. Everything's looking good here. Everything's looking juicy. Here. All right, after this, one more game, and we'll call it a night. All right. Do we bother? No, we don't. We absolutely do not take that. All right, let's go here. Hit this, cut that. We'll probably go here next. And get a nice checkmate. Or we'll jump the knight in, but I think I'll checkmate with the bishop and the rook. All right, he chooses to give that up, so I'll take him up on that. Oh, whoops. I forgot he had that. Okay, that's fine. No, dude, let me. All right, I was hoping he would let me play that. All right, that's fine. We'll just take everything here. Take that, give the pin. Take this, we have a check. We have a pin, we have a check, and his pieces will never get off the back rank here. Cool, take this. Yeah, that's okay though. We'll go here regardless. And if he goes bishop here, I can just take. That's. I can take that. All right, let's just run this down the board. Here, let's not lose pieces for no reason. Let's go here, swing this. We'll park the bishop here. Here. Go back. Okay, that's fine. Takes is okay. I should probably get my king in. I'm winning by 5 points, but I could definitely still lose this one. Like, it's definitely possible for him to accidentally make a queen, so I should actually like not troll here. I'm gonna go down and block him. Okay, block him here. Goes here, I give a check. Here, I just keep marching. Here, I give a check, and okay, that's fine. We just keep marching this. And then bishop back, pawn, oh, and we win. Cool. Here. Queen on a dark square. Dark square as protects the pawn. Alright. Are you hitting 1600 after this one? No, I'm 1599. Because I'm 1591 and the game is 8 points, so I have to win one more after this. But that's fine. I'm sure we can win one more. Alright. Last game, 1599. Let's make the 16. Let's make 1600. Sicilian, or let's play Caro. Oh, accelerated Panov. Okay, interesting. On the money would have been nice. Yeah, on the money would have been nice. Dude, I don't know if I want to play. Huh. I don't know if I want to play bishop f4 here. Bishop f5 because there's like issues, there's problems. I think I'm supposed to play g6 here. Yeah, g6, bishop g7. Bishop g7. I think I have to play g6. There's too many threats going down this diagonal for me to play bishop f5 and e6 here. The problem with bishop f5, e6 is you lose defenders on this diagonal and you can get hit by really nasty things like really quickly. That's why I don't want to risk it in that position. I really do not want to risk. Let's just go here, and we'll try to hit that pawn. And okay, we'll try to play this position, which is a little passive, but how does he defend this? How does he defend the d4 pawn? Because I could put 3 attackers on it quick, right? I could put it on fast. So I also have f6, although f6 is kind of like let's start with this, and then we'll swing the knight around, and then we'll put the bishop on. Let's go here. If he takes, what's my plan? Let's go here. If he takes, I think yeah. So what I'll do in this position is I won't take this way. I don't want to take that way. I'll take this way and play bishop e6 and break with f6. All right. See, this position is like, this position's okay. And maybe I might even go on a quick kingside attack like that. Although I don't know if that's trolling or not. It might be kind of trolling. Am I trolling if I go on a kingside attack here? Maybe. It's like I feel like I'm semi-trolling. All right, let's go. Oh God, do I really here, queen. The center is so solid. I have no good way of reaching. Let's try it. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. We'll swing the knight around and throw everything at his king, and we'll try to say that. What we'll say is that because we have an extra pawn here, that's actually going to be helpful for us to attack. Now, does he want to go here? Does he want to go knight d6? He clearly wants knight d6. All right, let's continue, and let's kick his knight out. Wow, he's reacting to my attack. That's a new one. Usually, I'm used to people just like steamrolling. I'm used to just like steamrolling people down the middle of the board. All right, so do I drop back? Do I go here? Let's go here. And we have to not lose that pawn. Do we care about that pawn? Is that pawn really so important? Can't I go here and hit him in the middle also. Yeah, all right, nice. I was worried that this was going to be a tough game, but we get his center collapses immediately. So do I take with the queen? Do I take with the knight? I take with the queen. I'm trading queens here. I'm not messing around in this position. I have this isolated pawn target. I'm going to lose a pawn over here, but breaking apart his center like this, really nice. Wow. And is that a free rook on the way also? He has a check. Check takes. Whoa. Check takes. So, okay, after I take, he has check. I take queen h5 check. Queen h5 check. King g8. And he doesn't have anything in that position. But I could just trade queens with him also and be done with this. Let's do this. Let's live a little. Here. Okay, I go back. Or do I block? I could also block him. Let's block him. Wait, hold on. If I block him, if I try to block him, do I lose? After here, check. No, I'm in time here. I'm absolutely in time here. Check, I make it back here with another check. And I'm just in time to defend everything. Okay. Oh, wow. He does not even... Wait. Am I screwed? Whew. Just me, apparently. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I have to be careful not to get instantly checkmated here. You know, or I could just play this. That's also good enough. I'll just give that. And I will just, you know, learn to be happy with this position. That's +5. We'll consolidate. Everything looks reasonable here. There's no immediate danger. I thought he might go for that sacrifice, but it didn't look... It looked unsound. Yep. So... very, very tricky position. It is, but I think I can stabilize this position like relatively easily because I have so many defenders here, and he doesn't have that check. He doesn't have like his knight and his pieces are not coordinated in a way that's like helping him attack here. And said I had a few. I think it was the Twitch bots that register as a viewer but don't actually count for stuff like raids. Oh, really? Okay, we have to be careful. Is he oh, we have this move. Does that trap the queen? Yeah, nice. Okay, excellent. This is good. All right, sweet. That is 1609. We've hit our ELO goal for the day. Let me review that game. Did we make a blunder in that game? here, 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 here. Yeah, that capture is good. Here. Yeah, that was super sharp because his knight was coming in here, and that's a blunder apparently. Brilliancy watch here. Yeah, you missed the opportunity. Yeah, that's fine. Right, this was a tricky game because he had this knight maneuver, but I came here and I tried to hit him like in the center also, and he blunders the pawn, and then like he tries to go for this like rook sacrifice, knight sacrifice. Well, knight and rook sacrifice technically, but I thought it just like it wasn't. This wasn't. I thought this wasn't good enough, and I block. Wait, wow, that's technically a mistake. What is the best move here? I just tuck away. All right, but there, yeah, and then here I just give up the queen though. Yeah, I give up the queen because after giving up the queen, I thought like I had enough material to just. What if I don't even take the knight? Oh yeah, what if I don't even take the knight? Well, if I don't take the knight, then is that good? Yeah, it's actually reasonable. I don't technically have to take the knight, but I guess he could take the bishop. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was like a very dubious sacrifice. I just go there, and he goes there, there, and then yeah, I have to sack the queen here because I think if I play any other move other than sacking the queen, it's like lost on the spot, right? Like if I just try to go here, I think that's just like losing instantly. Or at least he gets like some kind of perpetual off it. But yeah, here, 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 here. Yeah, that loses. Cool. Good to see you again, Goomba. Good to see you, John. Yeah, we're gonna call it a night. I'm going to cut this up, make some more content, and run it back tomorrow. 1600 reached on schedule today. We're gonna push 1700 tomorrow, and try to get this done by the. Oh wait, no, tomorrow I have a chess tournament to go to. So maybe I'll stream maybe in the morning or something like that. But see you guys next time. I'm ending the stream. Oh, Goomba? Oh, sorry. I thought you were someone else. There was like another guy called Goomba. That came on stream yesterday. And I thought you were someone else. But yeah, do me a favor. Please like follow. I need every subscriber, every viewer I can get right now. I'm going to talk a lot. I'm going to keep you guys entertained as much as I can. And we're going to have a good time. All right?